Charlotte Hornets basketball is back, but do they look any different under Charles Lee?
You let me take you to a place where we never can be found. On the edge of Carolina where the sun come out of the ground. Don't nobody judge nobody, only broken hearts allowed. Right outside of Savannah, about an hour from the town.
Hello everyone, it's Everything Buzzity here, back again with another video. I know it's been a while since my last upload, but the main reason why I haven't made a video in quite a while, like a month or two, is because I really didn't know what to expect. Charles Lee, all of us know he's a multiple-time champion as a assistant coach for the Milwaukee Bucks and for the Boston Celtics last season, but we really didn't know what the identity of a coach he was going to be. There's a big difference between what a coach says they're going to be and what they actually are. And just preseason, it was one game against the New York Knicks, but you saw the foundation of what we saw in Summer League from our young guys like Bryce McGowan's at the time, Nick Smith Jr., Salon, a lot of those younger players, even the guys who didn't even make a roster and went over to London to play, they played really good, and you saw an identity of what Charles Lee is going to be as a coach, instilling that defensive attitude of playing hard. And going into the Knicks game, I did kind of view the first half, which is usually how long the starters play, the rotation. I wanted to see where we were. Were we going to be able to play with fire, to play hard, to get in transition, to take smart shots, right? To look like a balanced offense, even without Grant Williams, even without Mark Williams, and I believe Cody Martin. And it looked great. We looked really, really good. And I wanted to talk about some of the things I'm super excited about. And these will probably be standalone videos as well, but we'll just do quick overviews of the game and my thoughts and how it makes me feel for the next few weeks as the season progresses. But before we get into it, please leave a like on this video, share it with a friend, subscribe. It's free, all right? It takes nothing to subscribe to the channel if you like this type of content. I make Charlotte Hornets content regularly, especially during the season, so please drop a subscribe down below. To start out, let's start with the most important player, and that's going to be LaMelo Ball. A lot of LaMelo fans get upset over the summer because they felt like I was being mean, because I want to see LaMelo take steps on the defensive side of the ball. And it's all like, well, most guards aren't really good, defense. Dame isn't good, but he's still viewed as a great player, Well, I know that LaMelo Ball has defensive ability, and he has the ability to be a good defender. There's times and spurts over the past few seasons where you've seen it. You've seen him lock in and play good defense. And it's all about unlocking that type of style and continuing to play at that level, right? And I know this was just one game, but you really saw him taking the responsibility of guarding the best player. Like, where he's guarding Jalen Brunson and he's calling off screens. He wants that assignment.
Yeah, well, he also took on the challenge of guarding Jalen Brunson at the beginning of the game. And we talked about this isn't just a preseason game. This is a hell of an opportunity to get better and to play someone else. And this is a playoff caliber team. And, he took the responsibility. He wanted that matchup at the beginning of the game, and I thought that you just saw him refusing to be screened. Having multiple efforts if it was an off-ball screen or denying Brunson the ball, but then also being able to guard different people and being able to switch a little bit more. We've talked a lot about him embracing the individual pride, and it was on display tonight.
And for me, that shows tremendous accountability and the want to get better, the want to be a leader, because it's going to start with him. He's the top guy, and everyone else is going to follow suit down the pecking order for the Charlotte Hornets. And Charles Lee talked about it, man. That's huge. That's huge to get out of your star player. I'm really excited for what LaMelo Ball is going to be able to do this season. I've said this, if he unlocks a defensive side, like where he's above, not just average, like average to above average defender, we're not talking about All-NBA. We're talking about at some point this guy's going to be in an MVP discussion, because that a 6'7", 6'8" point guard who can play make, who can shoot from three, from deep, who can catch and shoot, who can drive, who has floaters, who can do runners, who can finish inside over bigger, stronger defenders. And then you add the defensive side to where he's able to lock up top guards or play good defense on top guards. That's a problem. But let's go ahead and get into a couple other takeaways. Not going to dive into everybody, but just a couple things from this game, man. Brandon Miller played well. I like the shots. You definitely see he's more, what's the word I'm looking for? He's more poised, I'd say, where he's more confident to drive inside because he has added weight this offseason, and you can definitely see it. Although all his shots didn't fall, but he had a couple of huge three-point shots where you're like, damn. Like, he's just pulling that thing, he's getting it, coming off a screen, whop, I get open, bang. That's it, and that's great. That's what we need. But even more importantly, the third guy, Miles Bridges. He had a couple shots, couple three-point shots, good drives, and really had one play where he's talked about his bounce all offseason. He's talking about, I got my bounce back. I got this, I got that. Damn. If he didn't have it. He had one play where he just jumped out of the gym. And I'm like, yes, that's what I need. That's what I need from him. And one thing about Miles is he's taking that role as a third option, and he's not demanding the ball or anything like that. He said that before the season. He understands his role, and he wants to be the best he can in that role. So extremely, extremely excited for Miles Bridges. And overall, the vibe this season is completely different from last year. You know, coming in last year, although I did kind of overblow our record a little bit, first time making a prediction like that, but last year it was, okay, if this happens, and this happens, and this happens, and this happens, and this doesn't happen, then we could possibly be a play-in team. Well, people, it's an 82-game season. Not everybody's going to stay healthy. Okay? Not everybody's going to show improvement. Okay? And that definitely didn't happen last year. Okay? We ran into injuries from the get-go. When I look at our roster, it looks completely different. It makes much more sense because you have shooters, you have guard depth, you have wing depth, you have a solid rotation at the center spot. We'll see with Taj, but I know I'm probably being a little bit too positive, but hey, I'm in for the ride, and we'll have a video later about the expectations of the Hornets this season as we get closer to opening tip-off for the Charlotte Hornets. But yeah, I just want to get up here real quick, talk about the game. We're not really going to deep dive. You know, I know Dwayne Washington Jr. had sold at the end there. Other guys had some struggle games. Oh, before we end, I want to talk about Tejan Salon. Tejan Salon, when he was drafted, and I made posts about this, I thought he was pretty raw. I didn't expect anything massive, but he showed me that he's had improvement over the offseason, and you've seen videos over the offseason as well, but he looks good. He looked really, really confident with his shot, had a couple good drives, good boards, so I'm excited for Tejan, but I don't feel like we should force him, only if he's ready, and only Charles Lee is going to know that, and I'll have faith in him that he knows what he's doing, because he's a champion, and he's been one of the top head coaching candidates for years, so happy he finally got his opportunity. But that's it for this game. Anyways, please like, subscribe, share the video with a friend, you already know the drill, all that. Please follow me on X, EverythingBuzzC. That's at EverythingBuzzC. And you can also follow my Substack, where I make a lot of writing content, at everythingbuzzcity.substack.com. Both those links will be down below in the description. Anyways, it's Everything Buzzcity here. I'm out. Peace, guys.